The dice are cast, legends forged in echoes past. Steel and spell, the fates entwine, bound by oath and arcane sign. Roll the dice, the stars ignite, heroes rise to claim the night. Blade and fire, storm and steel, stand together, fate is real. Through the dark, the path unknown, whispers call from ancient stone. Trials test the strong and wise. Will you fall or will you rise? Battle cries, the clash of war. Thunder cracks, one row, one more. Destiny calls, hear the sound. Stand your ground, don't back down. Roll the dice, the stars ignite. Heroes rise to claim the night. Victory or death untold. Dare you chase the tales of old? The adventure begins. The adventure begins.
That was so
Hello
good.
and welcome. Oh God, new theme music. That is
Oh my
amazing.
God, it was so good. I loved it. I was almost crying.
That is amazing. Oh, we're leveling up in this world. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Those are big, big, big sounds coming out of those little tiny mics.
All right. Well, before we dive in, Roxy, do you have any announcements?
Yeah, I have a few announcements here today. So I don't know if any of you guys noticed on the Discord. If you haven't already followed the Discord, check it out, link below. Or actually, it's right now. Stream Elements just posted the link right there, so click on that. But we have taken our merch shop down. We're leaving Teespring because we were getting like massive delay times on the shipping. So I'm currently working on doing our shop through Fourth Wall, through Stream Elements. So be patient with me. I'll get the basic stuff that we had up on there from the other store. And then I have lots and lots of fun ideas to add to the store. So I hope you guys are ready for fun merch because there will be lots. And the town crier today, Butterknife, I just want to give you a shout out. You made such a wonderful little post there in the town crier, and we love having you here as well. So I'm really happy that we were able to help during the tough times. That's what this is all about, because we all have those tough times. We're all going through that same shit, different day for all of us. So this is my place to escape all of that as well. And we love having you here, buddy. So just wanted to say that.
Absolutely.
I think there is we were originally scheduled to have Lantern Song this Saturday, but something's come up, so no Lantern Song this Saturday. And Sunday, I believe we do have Power and Prophecy, and then next week you guys have The Hunger again. So keep your eyes peeled on all of that.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good time. Lots going on this week. But I want to talk about last week. Last week when we met, you had first sort of assessed your situation on crash landing on this island, and you had a conversation with Spider about a mineral necessary for reinvigorating and refueling the magic of the Skybreaker to get you guys off this island and back in the air. And with a little bit of guidance and a little bit of preparation, you made your way inland into the jungle, which you have all found out is much more dangerous than originally maybe surmised. And with that, I would like all of you roll initiative.
We just dang it.
Does a dead person roll initiative?
You are absolutely going to roll initiative.
Yeah.
You still have to roll.
Okay.
You're not dead. You're unconscious. You'll be making death saves.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, there's a potential way out of this for all of you. All right.
Nice. That works.
So,
Let me get out of the way now.
Right.
Lady Rosalyn, you're up first.
Okay. So what do I see as far as those creatures over there?
So what happened is Vivhik ran across the log with a rope to help guide everybody across.
Right.
And two of these large quadrupedal, almost amphibian-looking creatures. They've got kind of a toad-like body and thick, leathery skin, and then these wide, sort of shovel-like foreheads that are covered in this hard, thick, bony plate with these beady little predatory eyes and a mouth filled with sharp teeth. And the one to the left of the map, this one, when it emerged from the ground, it broke through the surface of the earth and spewed this cloud of thick black vapor that enveloped Vivhik as he did his Storm Giant's jaunt to teleport back to safety where you guys were. So we're going to start where that portal sort of opens and there's this cloud of this mist, and Vivhik stumbles out of it and collapses to the ground in front of you. And you see these two large creatures having emerged from the earth on this island.
I'm going to run and drop to my knees on the ground where Vivhik is. Vivhik! And grab his hand. Is he moving or anything?
His breathing is very shallow, and you can see like his armor that he is wearing is sort of pitted in spots, and the few pieces of skin that he has that is exposed is already in places, is starting to sort of necrotize and eat away at itself a little bit.
Can I cast Prestidigitation? Will that clean the armor?
It'll clean the armor. I would say would remove the particulates that are eating away into him from whatever that breath was, but it's not going to heal him.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to heal him. I can at least stop it from continuing.
Sure. When you do prestidigitation on him like this, because I don't think I've actually asked you before, but this is a moment I would like very much for you to describe what this looks like as you're cleaning this off of him.
So I will lift only my left hand, and only it's right above his chest, and you'll see kind of a red pink glow come from around my hand, and as after I gently touch him and remove my hand from that, the glow just gets really bright and disappears. And with it, so does the dirtiness on his.
Yeah, there was kind of almost an oily film coating him, and after you worked this spell, it just kind of and removes that film, and you can see that the sort of the corrosion that is attacking his armor and his flesh seems to stop.
Thanks, Butter, for that 100 bits. You are the best.
Is there, what else would you like to do on your turn?
That's a really, really good question. I'm gonna look up, and is it like too far to yell across to those creatures?
Too far to yell?
Yeah, maybe
no,
see if they can speak common.
It's less than
It's
100
about
feet.
75 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could yell.
I'm gonna look up from them, and I'm gonna yell, wait, we're friendly. And I don't know if they can understand us or not.
And they're kind of eyeing you warily and sort of pacing a little bit, and you yell at them, and they both sort of tense and just like and like stomp on the ground a little bit. You doesn't seem like they understood you. You get the impression they're behaving very territorially.
Okay. It was worth a try. I don't really have anything else I can do since I took that action for prestidigitation.
All right. Straw Bill, you are up.
So first thing I'll do is I'll look to Rosalyn. Rosalyn, don't forget your healing potion.
Oh, that's right.
We all have those. And then I will begin to advance. Let's see, that's 20, so that'll be 50. That'll put me in decent range. Going to move up to about here. Let me double check my range.
Those the bushes and the shrubberies that are there, they're on you. They're about like mid chest.
Okay. So could I then may I let's see. Would it be enough that I could hide behind this shrubbery to then
If you were to duck down, yeah, it's thick enough. I mean, you're in the jungle. It is definitely thick enough growing by the riverbank right there that yeah, you could attempt to hide in there, sure.
All right. And so one thing that I literally just noticed is that we should be rolling a stealth check on that. DC
when you go to hide, yes,
Yeah.
I should
Okay.
be having you roll a stealth check, absolutely.
All right, so I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Did not work at all. I see. Yes.
Yeah.
Starting off with a bang. Well, in that case, I will just go ahead and move to creating a bang. And I will attempt to shoot one in the face.
That will hit.
Then, 2, 3, 4,
Which
5,
which one are you targeting?
It would
Left
it
or
would
right?
be the one on the right side of the screen.
So the one directly in front of you.
Yes.
Gotcha. So this one on the bottom is the one that breathed on Vivhik.
Yes.
This one has not taken an action yet.
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and roll
your damage.
damage on that fool. 53.
53. Yeah, you blast it, and the bullet exits your barrel and inflates in size to the size of that cannonball, and crashes into the forehead of this thing. But you kind of knock it back a pace, and it falls back on sort of like its haunches, and then kind of shifts forward to you as the cannonball rolls off its forehead and crashes into the ground.
Okay. Well, apparently they're resistant to piercing damage, or being pierced, because piercing damage would sound like an idiot. I will then let's see, bonus. Do I have the bonus action? Oh, yep, that would be the hide. Okay, yeah.
That's your turn.
And then reaction. Yep, that'll be my turn.
This one is going to let out a roar, and then it is going to sort of just start clawing at the ground and dig itself back into a hole.
Okay. In response, I say, be careful. It's going underground.
And that'll be its turn. This one is going to move. Hold on, I gotta make sure real quick.
Technically,
Is going to
fucking hit the damn
sort of charge forward to right about there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to need everyone in that area to make a dexterity saving throw. As it sort of reaches back and
That
then
one.
spews.
Well, that'll. Okay. Well, that's
So-
Vivhik dead as fuck.
That is going to be 65 points of necrotic damage.
So worse on a nat 1?
No,
Okay.
no, it's not worse on a net one.
Who got that?
Everybody
Everyone
in the
in
red
that
triangle.
We all got 65 damage?
If
Yep.
you... let me double check what the...
I'm pretty sure I failed it with 11.
Yeah, let me double
Yep.
check the DC real quick. Yep. Yeah, the DC.
Well, okay.
So how does the thing work with automatically failing death saves?
I'm only going to have
Oh.
Vivhik lose one on this because it's...
Well,
just
no.
attack.
Or I only have
Oh, well,
38 HP.
It just brings you down to 0. You don't
Yeah, you
lose
do.
anything. You don't lose anything else. Just brings you down to 0.
It would have to do double your damage to completely kill you in one hit.
It
Double
was
your max
that's real
HP.
close.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
close for you.
And that will be its turn. So Bigley, I'm going to need a death saving throw.
Pass.
All right. Vivhik, I will need a death saving throw.
Is it just a D20?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. And Lady Rosalyn, I will need a death saving throw.
Whew.
All right.
Okay,
Strawbill, you are up.
I'm gonna use the horn.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Wait, which horn?
Not
The
the
horn.
not the whistle.
I
Not
was
the
gonna
whistle. The horn that I took from the ship to alert in case we needed backup.
That horn. Got it.
That horn
Okay.
that I specifically
I'll
said.
say
"Oh, we
that's a
should-"
bonus action for you to do that.
Alright. Well, okay. My entire party just died.
This is very
Um,
convenient.
I'm gonna cast Mirror Image.
Okay. So there are 3 of you.
There are 3 of me, and he has to roll, or it has to roll a. Let's see. Each time a creature hits you with an attack, you roll rolling during the spell's duration. Roll a d6 for each of your remaining duplicates. If any of the d6s roll a 3 or higher, one of the duplicates is hit instead of you, and the duplicate is destroyed.
What does it look like when you do this?
When I do this,
Yeah.
It's a I'll put my hands together and mash them and twist them, and then do this. And when I do this, little versions of me start to like form, and then come and get taller next to me. Like they spread out from my hands, like wispy, shadowy kind of things, and then they
Nice.
pop up, and then they're right there, and they both look at me and go, "We're fucked."
Is that your turn?
Yep, because that's about all I got. I mean, I could shoot it, but that didn't do anything. So yeah, that is my turn.
All right. There is a rumbling in the ground.
Underneath my feet, yeah.
And the second one reemerges sort of on the water's edge.
Oh.
And when it does, it kind of comes up and it bursts forth and goes to like swipe around and sort of falls into the water a little bit. And you see when its claws dip into the water, they sizzle ever so much, and it sort of jerks its front leg back reflexively.
Okay.
And then it will be Bee's turn. It is going to prowl forward. And it is going to make an attack. It's going to try and bite at you, Scrubbill.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 13.
Misses.
Misses. Okay. That's it. No multi-attack. No. Bigley, I'm going to need a death saving throw, please.
$19.
All right. Vivhik, I'm going to need a death saving throw from you, please. Okay. Lady Rosalyn, I will need a death saving throw from you. All right. And Strawbill, your turn.
Yep. All right. So I will. How far is it down to the water's edge?
From you?
Yeah.
It's about 12 feet. From the edge of the riverbank, like how far is the drop?
Yeah.
It's probably about 15 feet or so.
And can I see the bottom of the water?
No.
No. I don't have anything to get the water up.
You do have a water skin.
I do, but it's filled with rum. Divulge this right now. Damn you, man!
Goddamn pirates!
I was gonna wait until the child asked me for something to drink. Alright. You are correct. I do actually have a water skin, and because we were going into the desert or into the jungle, I would have been like, "Yep, water's a good idea." So yes, I will improvise weapon. Try to shoot this thing in the face with a spurt of water from my water skin. I will bravely step in front of my fallen comrades And or should I actually? No, I don't want to get over there because if they spray again, then everybody might die. So yeah, how would you like me to do that?
Go ahead and make me a dexterity roll.
Dexterity roll.
Yeah, we'll call that your attack roll.
18.
That will hit. I'm going to need you to roll me 4d8, please.
Jiminy Christmas.
Yep.
1, 2, 4. Oh, cannot get much better than that.
That is
24.
pretty good. When you spray this thing, you see that when that water hits it, it immediately starts to sort of eat into that large bony plate on its forehead, and it's sort of snarling and shaking its head back and kind of takes a step back this way. Not far enough away from you for an attack of opportunity, unfortunately. But and I'm going to have it. Yeah, it falls off the tree and just kind of lands in a heap, almost like it's been pepper sprayed.
Okay.
Kind of on that tree, other side of that tree on the ground. Mm-hmm. This one is going to go. A's turn, and it's going to start like coughing and hacking.
To recharge its breath weapon.
Mm-hmm. And that will be its turn.
All right.
This one, B, is going to rise to its feet, and then it is going to begin digging, and it is going to go underground.
All right.
I don't like that.
Bigley. Yes.
Real quick. Do I see that other people in my party have water skins on them?
You would know they would. You guys have been traveling.
Okay.
You've seen them drinking. Like, yeah, you know everybody's prepared for traveling in the woods.
Okay.
Bigley, you're up.
I am stable.
You are stable. All right. Vivhik, your turn. Lady
Roll
Rose.
5.
Yep, you're okay. You don't do it again. Rosalyn, you too. Don't do it again.
Well, I haven't failed yet. That's my first fail.
That's the first fail, yeah.
Yeah.
Strawbill, you're up.
Okay, moving here. Pouring the greater health potion into Vivhik's gaping maw.
You should be able to click on that and it'll roll.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Wait. Inventory. Let's go down to here. Oh yeah. Nope, it's not giving me a thing.
Okay.
What is that? 44 plus 4?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. 1 caltrop, 2 caltrop, 3 caltrop, 4 caltrop. Alright. 8 plus 4, 12 points of damage. Or 12 points of healing.
Please stop.
Wake up! God, wake up!
Alright.
Alright, so I'll take that out of my inventory. Do that. Alright, and then what are we counting item interaction as?
For potions,
Yeah.
that's I'm calling that a bonus action.
Okay.
It's they're doing the rapid quaffing rules now, and I've always been a fan of that. So if it takes you a bonus action to drink it, I'm going to say it takes you a bonus action to administer it.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
This is gonna sound weird. What's the range on a water bottle or a water skin?
Hmm.
We
Like
talking
if you
12? We
were to
talking
throw
20?
it.
No. How much gas can I
Oh,
like?
like if you were to like squirt it.
Yeah.
Not far enough. Not far enough
Well,
at
I
all.
still have. So I have 30 feet of movement.
Hmm.
I've only used. Oh, I used way more than I thought I did. Jiminy Christmas. This map is messing with my mind, man.
Yeah.
All right, so because that was 18 feet to get from where I was to where Vivhik was. No, that was
Yeah.
20 feet. So I only have 10 feet left. Ooh. And that puts me there. All right. Yeah, I am actually going to attempt to kind of huddle under the roots here. Boop.
Okay. Sure.
And then I will ready an action whenever that jackass pops back up from the ground. I'm gonna spray him with water.
Okay. All right. So it is going to be A's turn.
And then when Vivek wakes up, I'll be like, "It's water. Use your water skin."
Okay. Sorry, I'm reading something.
You can't read.
I'm learning.
That would be unfortunate considering he's the DM.
Right? Well, it's been hell of a ride.
All right. And then we'll remeasure. It is just out of range of everybody else. God damn it. That's okay.
Aw.
This thing is sort of, its claws are sort of dug into the riverbank, and it sort of squats down a little bit, and then its muscles bulge as it leaps
Oh no.
across the river, and it is going to land right on top of this tree. I'm going to need a strength saving throw from you, Strawbill.
Well, I will say that I have a -2 to my strength. Can I make a acrobatics check to roll out of the way?
I'll allow it.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Do you want a dex check or an acrobatics check?
You can give me an acrobatics check. Because you are actively trying to roll out of the way.
Okay.
The number to beat
14.
is 16.
I needed to. DC was 16.
DC is 16.
Okay. Well,
So
I,
as you go to roll out of the way, this thing lands and you almost clear it. Almost. You are going to take 18 points of slashing damage, bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning damage. Okay, I'm gonna react to that.
Okay.
I'm going to cast beepity boppity boopity boops. I can do things. I can. My mama told me so.
Do you have create or destroy water?
No, I have hellish rebuke that I'm gonna blast this dude right in the face with.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Or not. You know, that's
Eight
cool.
damage.
That's cool.
Okay.
I give him a little tickle. I go hee hee.
Yeah. It just we've talked about this, but refresh my memory. What does your hellish rebuke look like?
It looks like a wave, it looks like water shooting up from my arm, or out from me, just like into the whoever is getting hit.
Yeah, we're still doing. It's still doing. What's the damage step on that? Fire.
It is. Yeah. It's still. Yeah.
It's still fire damage.
Yep.
Yeah. So you see that wave kind of cascade over it, and it just sort of, like water on a stone. It just sort of flows around this thing. It doesn't seem to affect it over much.
Goody. And so, how much am I taking besides the 18?
So you're gonna take 18 damage and be knocked prone. And then Christ, you are then also going to take an additional 16 points of slashing damage.
Okay,
as
now,
this thing's
out of
claws
curiosity.
sort of tear into you. Mirror image.
Yep.
Okay. Refresh my memory. Mirror image.
Mirror image does a thing that I hope
Mhm.
saves my butt. Each time a creature hits you with an attack roll during the spell's duration, roll a d6 for each of your remaining duplicates. If any of these d6s roll a 3 or higher, one of the duplicates is hit instead of me, and the duplicate is destroyed.
Okay. Go ahead and make 2 rolls.
Bing bong. Ah! No, MS Windows. I don't need a. Just a bit. Okay, so one of them is smushed instead of me.
Oof. And the second one for the slashing damage.
Boopity boop. I make intelligent sounds. He is a very confused monster.
Yep. Yeah, both. As soon as he lands and it kind of blows that out, you manage to roll out of the way, and your duplicates just kind of go, and then poof into vapor.
All right.
All right. Next, it will be B's turn. It is going to reappear over here as it digs its way out of the dirt, and it's moving much slower. It's kind of hobbling a little bit. It is going to begin coughing and hacking, sort of working something up into its throat. And it is going to just kind of spit up just a gob of this black, bloody mucus onto the ground, and then keep working its throat. Bigley, you're up, and you are stabilized.
Right.
You
So
were
I'm
just at 0. You are no longer
yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Vivhik, you are up.
I'm going to. Oh, how big is this creature?
How big is it compared to you? It is. How tall are you?
I can't remember exactly.
You're like
I know it's
6'4"
bigger
or
than
something
average,
like that.
so
You're
it's
big.
like he's definitely taller than average.
Right.
Like 7 or 8, I think.
So,
but-
right, you're a Goliath, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're, let's say you're 7'6", this thing is probably a good 2 feet taller than you, and about 4 feet wider than you.
Okay.
Yeah. Very,
Um,
very big.
I'm gonna. Is there a possibility that I could shove that thing into the water?
You can certainly try.
I'm going to run up to him and kind of get on this side there.
Okay.
I'm not sure how advantage would work, like for where Bill is compared to him, like flanking.
Oh, this, you're gonna try and shove him.
Yeah,
You're gonna
among
try
other
and,
things.
and wrestle it into the water.
Among other things.
Among other things. I'll let you know what to roll when you describe to me what it is you're going to do. But first, real quick, I almost forgot. Strawbill, you have a held action for when the other one reappears.
Oh, that's right, I did. That's right. But he appeared way over there.
Doesn't matter. You have a held action for when he reappeared.
Okay, well then I'm going to give this dude a wet willy right in the side of his face.
Oh, the one in front of you?
Can I?
Hmm.
Nobody likes a wet willy.
I'm gonna say no, only because you specified that you were waiting for when this one reappeared.
You're a dirty man.
Like the genie, be careful what you wish for.
Right. Okay. Well, in that case, can I? It's not distracted. It's kind of focused on me. Or
The
is
one
it
that reemerged or the one next to you?
the one that is right next to me?
Oh yeah, it is. It is for sure focused on you.
Okay. Then never mind. I'm not gonna try to do anything. I'll just wait till my turn.
Okay. I will start by doing an attack action and attacking him with the clubs.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and make an attack. That
24
will
to hit.
That will hit.
Okay.
All right. And then another 7.
Mhm. And then I am also gonna divine smite.
All right. Nice. Solid hits.
And along with that divine smite, I'm going to utilize an inspiring smite. So immediately after you cast Divine Smite, I can expend 1 use of the Channel Divinity and distribute 2d8 plus 5 temporary HP to creatures of my choice within 30 feet.
There you
Yes.
go.
Very nice.
So 2d8 plus 5. So that is
So that's
17
12 to
points.
17. Yep.
This
Yeah,
this
the
temporary
pool.
hit points, would that revive somebody out of death saves?
I will double check that later, but for right now,
Okay.
I'm going to say yes.
So how much
Okay.
do we get?
Well, no, I get to distribute it. So
Oh, okay.
give me a second here.
Yeah, it's the pool.
Yeah, it's like a pool of 17. What am I up to? 12. I'm definitely gonna give oof, that's actually kind of a problem. Cause if I res Ross, she's gonna be in rage.
I was over here not saying nothing. I was ready to, like, when one of y'all gave me a potion or something, I was gonna be like, rawr.
Oh, I'm gonna do it anyway. Cause as I was knocked out, I probably don't know how close to death she was. I just saw that she was down. Um, you said Bigley's up.
No, I'm at 0. So
Bigley's breathing has stabilized.
Okay,
He
so
is-
I will
he is
give
up
1
now.
HP to Bigley.
oh, I'm dead again.
Huh?
That I'm dead again.
How does that work?
She's up next in initiative.
Oh, well, I mean, at least it restarts. So yeah, I'll give 1 HP to Bigley, 1 to Roz, and the rest to myself.
You said 1 to me? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's to stabilize.
Yeah.
Nice.
What is that? I don't think you've done this before. What does this look like? So many firsts in this.
Oh yeah, I think so. So as I slash him with the Eclipse, you'll see the typical kind of radiant white glowing beard. The Eclipse, the edge of Eclipse, kind of shining bright. And as I hit him, you'll see like the Divine Smite go off, which is like another like flash of white light on the contact. But the Inspiring Smite's going to be like a dome that kind of spreads out in a radius of 30 feet. And those affected by it, you'll see like kind of like a your typical RPG potion sprinkle of white sprinkles over the characters that got healed
Right. Yeah.
in that dome.
So you slash at him, and your divine smite kind of bursts forth from him, and that dome of magical energy sort of flashes out, sort of lining you in this white healing light, and then as it expands, it just rapidly dissipates until there's just these faint motes of light that sort of float down and absorb themselves into Bigley and Lady Rosalyn. And now it is going to be
Oh
Lady
no, I'm not
Rosalyn's
done.
turn.
I am
Oh, you're
not
not
done.
done.
Sorry.
Well, now what?
So I have a second attack action.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you do.
And I'm
water.
I'm going to use that as the shove action.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
So it is going to. You're going to shove it. So that's going to be a strength saving throw. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah, I believe
Go
so.
ahead and make me an attack. Right. Actually, let's do a contested strength check. So roll strength
Okay.
as you go to shove this thing.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to use my heroic inspiration on that. I think,
Okay.
unless, hold on. I actually think no, I don't have it when I'm in small form. I don't think. I know I have advantage to certain things, but
Mhm. Yeah. No, not when you're in the normal form.
I'm going to use my heroic inspiration on that one.
Okay.
It's a little bit better.
Well, he rolled a 24, so you gotta shove this
Oh.
thing, and it's like trying to push against a brick wall. Like it just will not budge. It's you see its claws sort of furrow into the ground just a little bit and hold it in place. He is not moving. And as you do that, and that magic, those motes of healing energy work themselves into Lady Rosalyn. She sort of moans and rolls over. Were you in your tiger form before?
Yes, I
You are?
was.
Okay. And this sort of feral growl begins to build in her throat. It is your turn.
I still have bonus.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It is
Sorry.
almost your
3
turn.
hours later.
Go ahead, bonus action. Let's go.
I think I'm going to have to try to risk getting the opportunity attack to move over. Actually, I wasn't that far away from it, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move back to Roz because I think it's Cure Wounds is a touch. Yeah, it is. Can I even cure her enough? I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go back to her.
Okay.
And
it is going to try and bite at you when you do
Yep.
that. Will a 20 hit?
I'm gonna use shield on that one.
Okay, so that gives you +5 to your AC.
Yeah, until my actually, how does that? Is that till my next turn? Would that be activated or?
No, it's an
It'll
instant.
stop at the end of this one.
Yeah, that'll stop this one.
Oof. I think I gotta use it. I gotta use it right now. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna use the shield.
Okay.
Ability.
Right. So that energy flashes from Eclipse, and that barrier pops up. That is your reaction right now.
Oh right, because that's a reaction thing. How does? Oh right. So I wouldn't be able to do that because it's not. It's a reaction, not a right. Well, I'll just take the
Yeah,
hit
you
then.
can. No,
Hmm?
that's you can do that.
You can do that. You have a reaction. You haven't used your reaction yet. You just don't get another one until your next turn.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll do that then. And then we'll cast Cure Wounds on Rox.
You don't have any more actions or bonus actions left.
Oh, that is an action.
Both
Sorry.
your attacks, and you've used your bonus action, so you haven't. I'm pretty sure this time you have no more shit.
Oh wait, what was
What was
what was the bonus action?
Yeah, what was his bonus action?
Oh, was it Divine Smite? Is that what that is? No,
You're...
No, it was the Inspiring Smite, wasn't it?
is that it? Okay? Hold on.
Yeah,
I don't think
no, it's your channel divinity. Jesus
My
Christ.
bad.
Attack.
Your shove. Your
Divine
wasn't
Smite.
Well, I have two
Divine
attacks.
Yeah.
So I went and did that, and did the.
I don't think the smites use a.
Yeah, I didn't think the
bonus
Smites
action or
used a
anything.
Not the
bonus
way
action.
he's
Because-
not the way he's set up right now. They don't know.
Right.
And then
Yeah,
Inspiring
he
Smite
should
also
still have a
does it.
bonus action.
You All right. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Instead of cure wounds, you should use your lay on hands probably,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll do that.
because that's just a lot more healing.
Yeah. I'll lay all hands as a bonus action. I'll give her 24
There you go.
out of 25.
There you go. Which would bring Lady Rosalyn back up to 25 hit points.
Yeah. And I'll end my turn there.
All right. You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Lady Rosalyn, it is your turn.
As I look up with bloodlust in my eyes and Vivhik standing over me, I manage to shake my head and shake it off, and I look up at him and I say, "Thanks. Get Bigley out of here."
All right.
I don't know if there's anywhere to go.
Or
I think we
just
gotta stay in and fight this one.
I'm not out of the woods yet. I can't promise I'm not gonna hurt somebody. Don't let me hurt anybody.
use your potion. You
do
still have
you
your
have a bonus action.
potion.
Okay. What is that? A 1D?
If it's a standard health
44.
potion, it is 1d4 plus 4.
I thought we got greater from.
You did.
So 4D4?
You have both. You guys have gotten potions several times over this.
Yeah,
we have
I
a
used
greater
all
and
the
a minor.
other ones. Whatever the last one that was given to us is the only one I have.
Okay, then that's a greater. Yeah.
Okay.
So 44 plus 4.
Plus 4?
Mhm.
Okay, 7 plus 4, so 11.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, you're lucky.
Strawberry, you're up.
All right. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to just straight shoot this thing. I'm just gonna squeeze the water bottle right into this dude's roulette A's face.
Okay. What did we say that was? That was a dex roll?
Dex roll.
What I had to do?
Yep.
Sure. Yep.
I'm going to use a luck point.
Okay.
Because fuck this guy. That is so much worse. I cannot die like this. I will use another luck point.
All right.
Mother.
Mhm.
I'm
Wow.
going to die like this. Yep.
You go to squirt the water at it, and just a little dribble kind of comes out because it's pretty much empty.
Cool.
You do have your bonus action still.
Okay. I am trapped underneath a big giant monster. I have no.
Well, you're not prone. You're not pinned and you're not restrained or anything like that. You can crawl. You can do. You can move.
Okay, I will attempt to crawl away.
Okay.
I can move how far? Half my speed.
It'll be half your speed. Yep.
So.
So 15 feet.
Oh, I want to move him.
How the hell did you do that?
I have powers. Mwahaha.
Oh no.
I'm going to.
Just grab it and just grab the token and delete it, Ken. It's fine. And it's gone.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
That'll take you to about there.
It can't hurt
If you go,
if
you
it's
go
not
before
there.
15.
Go there.
It is going to make a bite attack at you.
Sure. Snap me in half.
20 will hit.
Whoa.
20 hits. Yep, dead.
Ooh.
As this thing snaps down on you.
my God.
It's got Bill
I'm gonna
in
stay right
its
there.
jaw at the moment.
Yep. That's me.
And it is going to tilt its head back and begin to start swallowing Straw Bill.
Oh no.
B is up. It is going to keep moving away from you guys because it is almost dead and in a lot of pain, and it is going to dig another hole and disappear. Bigley, it is your turn. You
All right.
come to, you see
So-
Bill dangling sort of limp in the maw of this thing.
Right. I am going to cast Fly,
Okay.
and I'm going to fly directly on top of it, like literally within like 6 inches of its open mouth there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use bonus action to squirt my water skin straight down into its mouth.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. Make me first of all, yeah, I'm gonna give you inspiration on that one. Make me a dexterity check. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you advantage on that. Because it is otherwise occupied
I think I
trying
got
to
advantage.
swallow Straw Bill. All right.
18.
Fine.
Ooh. Nice.
18 will hit. Roll me 4d8. Okay. You're as you pour this water directly down this thing's throat and it sizzles. You can see it's like eating away at some of its teeth. It sort of shakes its head and it spits Bill out onto the ground. He's gonna land and roll over here. But it's got this sort of steam rising from in its throat and it begins sort of coughing and retching, and you can see it's got sort of a panicked look on its face. Are you doing anything else?
I'm going to fly directly straight up 30 feet
Okay. Will
and
that be
hover
all?
there. Yep.
Right, Vivhik, you're up.
Do you
This
need
thing
me
is-
to do any wild magic for the fly or anything?
Nope. All right.
No. Okay.
Yep.
So I kind of cheated the other last turn because I didn't realize the spite does take a bonus action.
I fucking knew it.
It does.
Alright.
However, so so Lady Ross still made her save. So we could just take the lay
I
on
don't-
hands
we-
action
we
back.
don't need to retcon. We're already.
Nope.
We're
Okay,
already,
cool.
We're already past it. We're already
Cool.
past it. Move on.
All right. Well, then
I'll
I am.
penalize you later, sir.
All right.
I think I'm just going to try to. I mean, he's like. I'm assuming he's looking real messed up, right? Or how's he looking?
Straw Bill,
No, the
the
creature.
The one in front of you, it's not paying attention to you right now. It is coughing up these thick, phlegmy, bloody globs of yuck. And there is steam just sort of billowing out of its mouth as it's trying to work this the liquid that Bigley just poured down it out.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's out of the fight by any means, but
Right.
it is currently
Hurt.
preoccupied.
Okay. Well, then I'll run to Shaw Bill, and if I can select, there you go. I am going to, in turn, pour in my greater healing potion
Okay.
into
4d4
his beak. 4d4.
That is going to be your bonus action.
Okay.
Okay.
How do we know 3, 4? So 17 points.
Yep, 17 points of health.
So that is then 0 to 17.
And you've got puncture wounds all around your rib cage. You're bruised. You've got lacerations all on you from this thing chewing on you.
Okay, so once he's all good and taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and run over and try to smack the creature.
You're gonna try and shove it again?
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to smack him first, and then I'll shove him. Well, I guess I could shove him twice. Right? I could try to shove him twice.
From
Back
behind
to
you,
it,
you hear.
Well, no. Your second attack is a second attack action. You can use your action to shove, or you can use your action to attack, and then you have a second attack action. Does that make sense?
Oh, I thought shove was the attack action.
It's. Did they change it? I bet they fucking changed it.
It should be. Should be up there.
That's my fault for not even. It's an unarmed strike to shove, right? So that's like an attack.
Yeah, so you can attack, dash, disengage, dodge, grapple, help, hide, improvise, influence, magic, ready, search, shove, study, or utilize.
Right.
So those are your actions in combat. So
Right.
you can take a second attack action if you have 2 attack actions, but if you use your action to do any of the other things, that uses your action for the round. See, because you attacked him and you shoved him and everything last turn, you should have only been able to do one of those things. So yeah, if you want to try and shove him, you can, but that's going to be your action for the round.
Okay, yeah, I'm not understanding that, but you're the DM, so I'll take your word for it. I'll just go ahead and I'll try to shove him in the water.
Okay. Go ahead and make a. Go ahead and make a strength check.
It's 18.
All right. How do you finish this thing off? Because you are pushing it and you are slowly working it off the edge of this cliff. But eventually it reaches a tipping point.
Yeah, so as we were like hands clenched, kind of like wrestling, kind of tottering, and I just gotta get this kind of just last push off, and you can just see that it just loses its footing, and I just get a really good push on her, and it kind of flies back and rolls down.
You kind of shove it off, and as it falls backwards, one of its clawed hands reaches out and hits that log, and the whole thing just crumbles because it had used its breath on it. That was rotting as well.
Oh.
So that whole log crumbles and falls into the river, and it kind of takes it with it. And when it hits, there's just this flash of steam, and then you see as it's like thrashing and being carried away downstream from you. And then eventually just goes under the water and disappears. But this log right here is gone. No log.
No log.
Log.
Actually, here, we'll hide it better. It's blue.
I say we worry about the missing log tomorrow. We need a nappy poo.
Well, we need to watch out for the other one that's hiding around.
Yeah,
Lady
there's
Rosalyn,
still
it is
the
your
other one.
turn.
Well, he was over on the other island. How's he gonna get here with the water in between?
Oh,
He
they can
jumped.
jump.
He was running away from us, though, wasn't he?
Yep. Possibly. We don't know the mind of the monster.
So it's what, my turn?
Yep.
I'm gonna ready ready a spell if it pops out. I'm gonna ready a command spell.
Okay. Straw Bill, it is your turn.
Quick question: how many uses does a healer's kit have?
10, I think, when you look at the
I
description.
believe it's, yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't say in the description.
Oh, yeah, it should, but yeah, 10.
Okay.
So I'm going to move over here. Oh. Move, you piece of crap token. Here's the thing. Take the thing. Going over here. How is the other island a steep embankment, or is it a sloping shore?
The one opposite you right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It is a cliffside, and it is a little higher than the bank you are standing on.
What the fuck?
So
Okay.
it's sort of that log was sort of sloping up towards it.
Okay. So is there any way for me? Okay, so what I'm going to investigate is a way to get our climbing gear onto the side, because I can't see the other side of the island, and I don't know that there's a shore over there. So I'm going to attempt to devise a way to get across and then up the other side.
Well, your climbing kit has ropes and things like that.
Okay. But as would my nature come into play here? Because like I'm looking at this and I'm going, how are we going to get around this island? And we don't, like, if I can't see the bottom of the water, that means I'm gonna have to swim across. But is there a way? Are there handholds around here that I can grab onto?
There are. If you can see on the opposite bank, like that's been eroded. There are some thick roots and things that are sort of protruding out of that cliff face opposite you. It's not like a sheer rock wall.
Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely like the vegetation that's sort of broken through the side and that's growing down into the water and things like that. So,
and this is really our
you
only
feel like if
way
you had to
around.
swim it, you might be able to find a way to climb up.
Okay. So I'm going to ask my everyone, please keep an eye out for the other beastie. I'm going to make my way down to the water's edge and attempt to swim across this piece of water here.
All right. Go ahead and make me an athletics check, because it is
Right.
it is a flowing river. It does have a current.
Yep, and away I go. Fuck me.
Yep. Yeah, you're gonna get to about here. It will butt you up
Where?
against this, but go ahead and make me a strength check to kind of hang on to the side of that
That's
real quick.
super fuck too. 12.
Good enough. You're there. It's not easy, but you're there. You're clinging on to the side.
All right, so then, yeah, I'm going to, with all of my will and determination, try to get up the other side.
How much movement do you have left? I think that's all.
Oh,
of your
I'm
movement.
done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was the flow of the river.
Right,
Like,
right. Well, no,
you know what
I was looking at from where you were standing originally by the end of that tree root to.
Oh, yeah, because
Across
this
the
map is
bank.
crazy huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been it.
Yeah, that would have used all of your movement, for sure.
Do I?
So you can hang on and you can try climbing next time it gets around to you.
Yeah.
But you're okay for right now. You're not in danger of falling off at the moment.
Do I have a rope?
We all have rope.
Well, I had the rope whenever I first got hit with that spray. So, I mean, maybe part of that rope got destroyed, not all of it.
No,
Most of it would have been on the other side.
Your pack is damaged, but its contents aren't.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got some sort of like little cigarette burns of decay and things in it.
Do I attempt to try to throw a rope across to him?
On your turn,
Okay. Oh yeah.
it's the beastie's turn. It is going to emerge from here and looking around, it sort of sees that its mate is no longer around.
Can I throw my command at it that I readied?
You can certainly try.
Okay. Seeing it pop up out of the ground, I yell as loud as I can, using command, "Jump in the river!" It's a wisdom saving throw at 13 if it works.
Man can't make things do things that they wouldn't do, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you edit the command. Yeah, it would not willingly jump into something it knows is harmful to it.
It wouldn't.
But it would not. But also, it may not understand English common. It is a wild animal. It is a large wild animal, but it is a wild animal.
I guess I'll yell at it to flee then,
Okay.
because that's one of the options.
It doesn't move. It is wary of you, all of you, but it does not move at the moment. It kind of, when you issue your command, it sort of cocks its head real slowly to the side at you, and then it is going to sort of crouch down a little bit, and then in a flat, sort of a cascade of earth, it is going to leap in the air. Bigly, it is going to pass by you on its way down.
Jumping 30 feet in the air?
You are going to get an opportunity of attack as it passes by you.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to need you to make a dexterity check to dodge it first.
Nope.
I'm gonna say on its way down, you are going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and it's gonna kind of move you out of the way a little bit.
Oh wait, I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration.
Okay.
That's better.
All right. So yeah, you would dodge it at that point. You kind of flit out of the way on your beard wings. That would have given you disadvantage on the opportunity attack roll. But make a regular attack roll.
Can it be any of my attacks, or does it have to be like a martial attack? It has to be martial, right?
Unless I think there's a feat you have to be able to cast.
Gotcha. 14's not gonna hit.
14's not gonna hit. Yeah, you go to kind of bonk it, and your staff just sort of and bounces off it. It doesn't even seem to phase the thing. Vivhik and Lady Rosalyn, however, are directly underneath this thing as it comes plummeting through the air. I need both of you to make a strength or dexterity saving throw. And the number you're trying to beat is a 16.
Whoo! Whoo-hoo!
Hey.
All right. Okay.
You catch it
So-
and cradle it in your arms.
So, Lady Rosalyn, you are going to be moved back 5. Oh, you're not even anywhere near it. I am terribly sorry. This is all Vivhik. I thought you were under it for a minute. Sorry, my map is a different size than yours. Your tokens are very tiny, right? So this is all Vivhik. I am terribly sorry, buddy. You are going to be knocked prone, and you are going to take 18 bludgeoning damage and 15 slashing damage as this thing lands directly on top of you.
Okay. I do have resistance to bludgeoning, so
Bludgeoning, so you'll take 9 points of bludgeoning damage and 15 points of slashing damage.
it's 26.
Yep.
Ooh.
Ooh, is right.
Ouch.
Yep. And Bigley, you are up.
So I'm going to let me make sure this is right. Yeah, perfect. Okay. I'm gonna fly the 30 feet down to the water. I'm going to use my action to scoop up water into my water skin.
Okay.
And then I'll fly back over top of this one's head and dump the water skin.
Okay. Make me a dexterity roll. Just a straight dexterity roll. But with advantage because you are right over this thing.
17.
So your aim is just a little off, and the water just kind of splashes on the ground next to it. I am having you roll against its AC. So
Gotcha.
just so you know.
Then I'm gonna fly the rest of my movement straight up.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. Vivhik, it is your turn. You are prone. You can attempt to crawl, and if you're going to attack, it is at disadvantage at the moment.
Okay. Think what I'm going to do is does it take an action to try to get up?
It's going to use half your movement to stand up.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and stand up.
Okay.
And I will attack him with Eclipse.
All right. That will hit.
Okay. And
16 points of damage. Finish it.
So as it knocked me down and I get back up, I get back up and do one of the kind of spit the blood out on the ground and just like rear back really far with Eclipse and just kind of come down in this vertical chopping action right across his head, and it just kind of goes. It doesn't completely go all the way through. It just kind of cleaves through his head, like halfway. It's still stuck on him, and as it's like
Bring
lifeless
Eclipse
body.
down into that bony plate on its head, and it sort of cleaves into it and just sends a crack all the way up it, and this thing just sort of jerks and then falls to the ground, almost kind of taking Eclipse with you
Yeah.
with it a little bit.
As it falls, and I'm like super weak, and I just took all the strength that I had. I'm just gonna fall over on the ground, just exhausted.
Yeah,
like-
you both fall down at the same time,
Yeah.
and it is dead.
That's my turn.
And that
And right after
Oh.
that happens, Lady Rosalyn squirts her water out of her water skin. Oh, dang, I just missed it.
all right. So Vivhik is collapsed in a heap, exhausted. Bigley is floating in the air. Lady Rosalyn is watering the grass, and Bill is clinging for dear life to the side of a
Dear
cliff
life?
in the river.
With full compunction of attempting to circumvent this island so I can find the easiest way up.
I'm gonna fly over to him and tell him to grab onto my foot.
I'll like wiggle the rope that I have in my hand.
Oh, okay. I'll tie the rope around my waist and then fly him over to the shore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. If we go south and then around, like I just kind of want to see if there's a way to get up there, and then we'll eventually get. Because is this an actual inclined shore over here? Where these other tree trunks are?
Yeah, I mean, I can helicopter you around for about 10 minutes.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So
So-
we want to get around there.
So is it too far, like at the point
24
where Strawbill is? At that point where it seems a little bit closer there, could I use like my cat dexterity and do like an acrobatics check and jump across, and then my slippers would, hold me
So
on?
It's about
So
20
the
feet.
the riverbank on this side is about 15 feet to the water from the riverbank's edge. This side is probably about somewhere between 20 and 25 feet.
I see.
This edge is higher up. It is above you. Like I said, this tree that was here was sloping up towards this river.
Right. So what I'm thinking is I
island.
make like an acrobatics check and I like hold on, and then I've got my slippers of spider walking and I can just walk up that over the edge. So I jump across and hold on, and then slipper
you want to
spider
jump
walk
to
up.
the edge here and then walk up it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna have you make you're gonna roll for it.
Yeah, I was saying I could do an acrobatics check.
I'll say acrobatics or athletics. That'll work.
Awesome. So I'll get like a running head start, and I'll run and jump across, and I'll dig my claws into that dirt and rock and stone that's there. And then once I've got my balance with my slippers of spider walking, I'll walk up over the edge, and then I'll walk over, standing over Straw Bill, and like, is he too far down for me to like? Oh, I'll just drop my rope down to him.
Yeah, he's about 25 feet down right now.
Yeah, so
25.
I'll drop my rope down.
I look at you with such contempt and hatred when you do that. And I am already like, we hadn't quite figured out how far we had moved with Bigley yet.
Yeah, because I'm like, right now he's holding on to a rope that I'm like have tied around my waist, and like we're helicoptering around a little bit.
Sure.
So I will then tie myself off to the rope that Lady Rosalyn has dropped to me, and I can't. I don't have enough strength. I don't have the ability to climb the rope up to you. That's why I was looking for the inclined shore.
What is your
If I use
It's 7.
Oh, yeah.
I get -2. That's,
So, like,
I-
my strength is -1, but what if I were to cast Bardic Inspiration? Can we, on both of us?
That would give us advantage.
And then we're pulling each other up. It would give us the 1d6 dice to
here.
add to it.
What I'll do. What I'll do
So-
also.
You're gonna try and motivate him with that.
Yeah, and if he's trying while I'm trying to pull him up and he's trying to climb up, can that give us maybe
that would
advantage?
be the help action.
Let's.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold that
I'm
thought.
gonna-
Bigley, what were you gonna do?
I'm gonna cast Enlarge
On.
Strawbill.
Oh. Okay.
So it's that makes me one size bigger.
It does.
Yeah.
And you also get advantage on stealth checks on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay.
What does it look like when you cast Enlarge on him? 'Cause for
Um,
you, it's just kind of comes from within you and you increase in size. But when you do this to somebody else,
right. In this specific circumstance, I'm gonna like fly down to him, kind of spread out my beard and like cover him in it, and then like pull back the curtain, and then he's bigger. It's like a wizard trick.
Okay. You hear me quite audibly gag and throw up a little when you do that.
but you are now larger, much larger,
I'm
actually.
A big version of me. Okay.
Yep, you are a big bird.
So, okay. So it gives us advantage on strength checks.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. 13 or no 11.
And that's to start pulling yourself up.
Or 14. Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to. You are able to start. It takes you guys some time, but you are able to slowly pull yourself out of the water, and eventually you do get up onto the shore. You're sort of your feet dangling off the edge a little bit as you sort of roll over onto your back and just winded. All of you are very tired right now.
Yeah.
Maybe with the exception of Bigley.
No,
Bigley, go
I'm
ahead
not
and roll
looking
me
good
on
at
the
all.
magic table.
Oh, God.
As you do this.
Where am I at this point then? Am I still hovering?
You are still hovering.
Am I
you
over
would have
land?
cast your spell on him and then probably flown up over here,
Okay.
right?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, I'm not going to make you fall in the water now that he's out. That's
polymorph
I'm a
into
DM. I'm not a monster.
straight into the water.
I mean, isn't that what DM stands for?
It does. Dungeon Monster. But yeah, go ahead and roll me on the wild magic. Oh, 61.
So for the next minute, any flammable non-magical item I touch that isn't being worn or carried by another creature bursts into flames.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, that's fun.
So
While
like,
they're all over there, like messing around with Bill, I'm
and-
like laid on the ground, just like
When-
sprawled out, and I'm just like, yeah, everybody go and help Bill. I'll be okay over here.
When your
And,
your wild magic happens, though, your fly spell ends, and you
Okay.
fall to the ground, sort of on your butt.
don't
and as
touch
you're
me.
sitting there, the grass underneath you starts to smolder. And then Vivhik,
Yeah, I'm going to just cast Cure Wounds on myself. I'm probably doing it at the second level.
go ahead. There you go.
15 points, nice.
You guys need to figure out how to get Vivhik across, and combat is done. So
Okay, so what I'll say is we should get his armor and tie it to a rope, so that he's not trying to traverse the river in full armor.
Are
And we can
Are those roots still there at least where the tree was? Like that we could tie a rope to and maybe like Bigley could fly it over to him?
I am out of spells.
On
Oh.
Vivhik's side, the root is, but on your side, all of this was sort of it was broken, kind of like here, and this whole section was just sort of pulled into the river with it. Yeah, you thought I was gonna. I'm not gonna do that right now.
I'm so sorry.
I did that to Kyle, and I will do it to you guys eventually, but not right now.
I'm a child. I'm such a child. And with my son watching too. Okay, yeah, I don't think I have anything that we could like put it into the ground or side.
We have all
build.
we have the spikes and clamp-ons from
Oh,
our
okay.
climbing gear.
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, so
And I have a block and tackle in my backpack that we can use as a pulley system to get his armor and stuff over.
okay, yeah, let's do it. Bill is the one who's got all the handy
You're
stuff.
You're gonna anchor a rope and throw the weighted end over to him. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
I'd like to, if he will
Yep.
allow us to.
I will allow you to.
Not
I'll
you.
allow you to
silly
try
rabbit.
anything.
No, not you, silly rabbit.
Ah.
Vivhik.
Good.
Ah,
I was gonna wonder how far you guys got before asking me, because I could just cloud jaunt over.
Oh my god.
Can you do that again, though?
I
Yeah.
have one last. I have one
Um,
last use left.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not messing around, and I'm just gonna go ahead and jaunt over.
Cool. This
So
looks
while
like a
we're
great place
trying
make camp.
to get it all together, he appears right next to us.
Right behind us. No, you gotta tie it that way. That way. Okay. So this looks like a great place to eat some food, drink some water, and make some camp.
Agreed. I'm pooped.
you guys are gonna take a
And
lot.
I look
take a
around,
rest.
and it's like, isn't it like really like gross looking?
From
Everything's,
the,
like,
the
dead.
different breath weapons that were used, like the vegetation on this part of the map, this part of the island. This is all sort of decayed and rotting and slimy in this area, and even the ground underneath you, there are holes. There are holes like all over this island from where they've dug in various places.
Can I do a investigation to see if there are any burrows that would lead to are there any small versions of those creatures
Maybe
around?
those.
None that you can see, but there are holes that lead to underground right there.
All right, so I rescind my observation that this is a great place to rest. We should get the look out of here.
Can we think of any way we can use water or
Not-
prepare water?
Well, we refill our bags. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can get water spells. I just have to rest.
Yeah, well, I think we all need a little bit of rest here.
For sure.
I'm
We could
gonna.
probably get on the other
Bigley's
side of
gonna
the-
look at you guys. He's gonna march himself over to this blue plant right here, and he curls himself up in the leaves of it and falls straight to sleep.
I was just waiting for that plant to eat him.
Right?
Sprinkle a little salt on Bill.
All right.
So nothing happens to him or anything.
No.
Everything's
No,
chill.
he walks over and he sort of like sways a little bit and then sort of gathers up, like bunches up his beard and like holds it next to his head and then just falls over the other way onto the ground into the bushes. And he is just snoring.
Oh man, must be nice to have a short memory. But I like his idea. I think we should try to rest here for a bit. We've had that last fight that took a lot out of me.
Okay, so we'll set watch and then just make sure that we have full water bottles in case those kind of creatures pop up out of the ground, or smaller versions of them. And then I will switch out my spells.
All right.
Me too.
Yeah, go ahead. You guys can all take a long rest as you sit here, catching your breath, eating some food. It is uneventful. Occasionally, beneath you, from those holes, you can hear sort of faint hisses and cheeps and chirps echoing up to you, but you do not hear or you do not feel any vibrations of anything digging or anything like that.
So, before Lady Rosalyn falls asleep, she digs through her bag just minutely so nobody notices, and she pulls out that mushroom that Bigley gave her a while ago, and she looks around, she pops it in her mouth, and then lays down.
Okay. Is there anything any of the rest of you would like to do before taking your rest?
No, I don't think. I think I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, as you go to take your rest, that is where we will take a quick break.
All right.
All right.
So we will be back in about 10 minutes.
Yep. Stay here. We'll be back.
All right.
Shadows rise, the dice are cast, legends forged in echoes past. Steel and spell, the fates entwine, bound by oath and arcane sign. Roll the dice, the stars ignite, heroes rise to claim the night. Blade and fire, storm and steel, stand together, fate is real. Through the dark, the path unknown, whispers call from ancient stone. Trials test the strong and wise. Will you fall or will you rise? Battle cries, the clash of war. Thunder cracks, one row, one more. Destiny calls, hear the sound. Stand your ground, don't back down. dice are cast, legends forged in echoes past. Steal and spell, the fates entwine, bound by oath and arcane sign. Roll the dice, the stars ignite, heroes rise to claim the night. Blade and fire, storm and steel, stand together, fate is real. Through the dark, the path unknown, whispers call from ancient stone. Trials test the strong and wise. Will you fall or will you rise? Battle cries, the clash of war. Thunder cracks, one row, one more. Destiny calls, hear the sound. Stand your ground, don't back down. Roll the dice, the stars ignite. Heroes rise to claim the night. Victory or death untold. Dare you chase the tales of old? The adventure begins. The adventure begins. Shadows rise, the dice are cast, legends forged in echoes past. Steel and spell, the fates entwine, bound by oath and arcane sign. Roll the dice, the stars ignite, heroes rise to claim the night. Blade and fire, storm and steel, stand together, fate is real. Through the dark, the path unknown, whispers call from ancient stone. Trials test the strong and wise. Will you fall or will you rise? Battle cries, the clash of war. Thunder cracks, one row, one more. Destiny calls, hear the sound. Stand your ground, don't back down. dice are cast, legends forged in echoes past. Steal and spell, the fates entwine, bound by oath and arcane sign. Roll the dice, the stars ignite, heroes rise to claim the night. Blade and fire, storm and steel, stand together, fate is real. Through the dark, the path unknown, whispers call from ancient stone. Trials test the strong and wise. Will you fall or will you rise? Battle cries, the clash of war. Thunder cracks, one row, one more. Destiny calls, hear the sound. Stand your ground, don't back down. Roll the dice, the stars ignite. Heroes rise to claim the night. Victory or death untold. Dare you chase the tales of old. The adventure begins. The adventure begins. Shadows rise, the dice are cast, legends forged in echoes past. Steal and spell, the fates entwine.
Born on a green light, Daddy-o.
All right. Welcome back. So, you are have all rested. You are all healed. It is now night in the jungle. When you all sort of wake up and come to again. All of you went down at one point in that fight. All of you are going to have a point of exhaustion when you wake up. So you are back to full health, but you are all still nursing bruises and wounds. Strawbill, you were bitten and almost swallowed by one of those creatures.
I get it. I know what it means to be a chew toy now.
Yeah.
Where do you
Fine.
do exhaustion and beyond?
It just means you're going to have disadvantage on, I believe, strength checks and attack rolls. And
That's on the first level of exhaustion?
yeah,
Oh yeah,
my
it's rough.
God.
yep.
What does full exhaustion do to you?
Kills you?
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah, you die.
heal.
But the night is yours. There's
It's in the
various-
condition.
various light, sort of jungle noise and wildlife you can hear sort of moving through the treetops and some of the bushes and things. But It seems relatively safe at the moment. Lady Rosalyn, when you come to, you feel fine at the moment. You didn't have any strange dreams. Nothing crazy happened.
She's gonna look a little disappointed, but not say anything.
You're starting to think that mushroom might have been bunk.
Yeah. Lame.
Yeah. What would you all like to do?
So it's nighttime now?
It is nighttime now, yeah.
I mean, I don't like the idea of
Traversing the jungle at night.
Oh my god, no.
That's- Like we saw predators, or well, not even predators. We saw some creatures that were out during the day. If we start chomping around, my limited experience of coastal jungles at night is stay in the boat.
Well, don't think that's an option this time.
All right, well then let us let there be light. And I light a torch.
Okay. When you do that, the light doesn't carry far, but where the light does touch sort of some of the plants over in this area, you know, there's certain things that bloom only at night. And when you do that, you just see a little bit of motion from some of those plants as sort of some of those nightshades just kind of and like retreat from the light just a little bit, and close up in on themselves.
Oh, I apologize. It's not a torch, it's a lamp. I have a lamp.
Oh, that's better, right?
Same thing. Yeah.
Same.
All right. What direction? Oh, I look down at the compass.
It is pointing. So when you open the compass and it sort of orients itself a little bit, that little bone needle that's kind of floating inside of it, and it points over here in this direction.
While he's looking at that, I'm going to walk over to Vivhik and kind of just grab his leg, and then like my beard will start glowing a little bit, and that magic will go into him, and then his armor will be fixed, and I'm going to use mending.
Nice. And so that magic flows out from your beard and sort of crawls up Vivhik's body because you're grabbing onto like.
Yeah, I kind of just grabbed, like, big hugged his leg.
What you're doing? So as you grab my leg, I like pull it away. Like, what are you doing? You're just like, no, come here.
Right? The beard
Just
starts to wrap
hold still.
around you, kind of crawls up your leg.
Oh, creepy.
I just look at you. Stop struggling.
As that magical energy sort of flows up Vivhik's body, you see that like the pock marks and the gashes and things that were in his armor, the decay that was on it, just sort of starts to fill in on itself until that magic sort of reaches the top of his head and flows out from him. And yeah, your armor is repaired.
Yeah, like even though that happened, I get like chills, and I'm like, warn me next time.
You notice when he does this, you smell this pungent sort of earthy, like mushrooms in a basement sort of smell that wafts over you. It is not pleasant.
Yeah, I was like, warn me before you do something like that, please.
No,
I
we'll see.
appreciate it. Just tell me next time.
Not sure what to do. Lady Rosalyn's gonna pull her lyre out and just kind of tinkle on it a little bit.
Okay. Lady Rosalyn, as you pull your lyre out and begin to, it is badly out of tune at the moment after that fight. Thankfully, that's the worst thing that happened to it. but as you're sitting there and kind of tuning it up, you out of the corner of your eye there is sort of a blur of white
God damn it.
over here,
Did you?
as
Did
if something moving through the jungle.
I'm gonna stand up. Did it? Y'all see that?
You see something?
No, and
I
maybe I'm just going crazy. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna sit back down.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Can I do some sort of investigation
I
or
know
perception?
that
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking for. Since she said, "Did you see that?" I'm gonna look for movement.
Okay.
So not
Yeah,
anything in
go
particular,
ahead and
just like
make me a
movement.
perception roll.
And since I know that she has that mushroom, can I make a perception roll to see if I would know if she took it, possibly?
We'll get to that in a second. Vivhik,
Hmm.
the only movement you see is just sort of some trees moving, with the delicate night air.
I am rather alert and just
Mhm.
super looking around. Like I believe in the senses that she's had. I have no reason to doubt it. If she saw something, then I think there still might be danger around. So I'm at like 100% like alert.
Sure. Bigley, to answer your question, Lady Rosalyn, were you, when you ate that mushroom, were you trying to hide that from everybody, or were you just like very casual, nonchalant, like, ooh, bag mushroom?
I wasn't trying to get caught. I didn't want Vivek to see me.
I would have slapped that shit
Oh.
out your hands.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I did look around kind of like both ways, hoping nobody
So
saw me.
what I'm gonna have you do, Bigley, is I would like you to make me an insight check.
Insight. Okay. Going to be 21.
You are, as you're watching her, and you kind of see her look up into the woods, and sort of she's scanning the jungle for that movement, and she comments on it. You get a quick look at her pupils, and they are the
Dead
size of
giveaway.
dinner plates. Those were not bunk mushrooms after all.
I'm gonna look at her, smile and wink, and then I'm going to Vivek's kind of staring out over there. I'm going to cast Minor Illusion and make the illusion of a dog running around over there.
Over where?
Over where she was saying that she saw
over here?
something. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So all of you make Vivek and Straw Bill make me a perception check. Because you guys, I feel like Vivek's watching Lady Rosalyn, and Bill, you are looking towards the compass.
Yeah.
Is that a fair assessment?
Do you want me to make it a disadvantage?
No, I just want to see if you're going to get higher than your passive perception.
Okay. Yes, I do.
Okay. So Vivek, you're focused on Lady Rosalyn and the rest of the jungle, but you do not see the dog. But Straw Bill, you do.
I see the dog.
You see the minor illusion of a
I see.
dog that Bigley has cast over here.
Would I notice him see it?
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I don't. Is it doing anything weird?
Is it doing anything
Like,
weird?
are you making it like?
No, it's just kind of hanging out, kind of pawing at the
Okay.
ground a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not getting involved in this. I'm going to one eye it, see it, and then investigate whether either of these two logs over here are solid enough for us to get across, or they've been damaged by the befoulment.
Go ahead and make me an investigation roll, please.
I have no. Oh, there we go. Straight 18.
They seem sturdy enough. They're a little damp. It is humid. I mean, you're in the jungle. Everything is a little wet at night. So they're slick. They probably wouldn't be very safe to try. You know, there's wet wood and moss and vines. But as far as are they going to tumble into the river if you step on them? No, you'll be fine.
Okay, well then we're not looting this thing tonight because none of us are in shape to fucking fall into this river. So, boop.
Lady Rosalyn, what are you doing?
Do I see the dog?
You do see this dog.
Oh,
you saw
okay.
that flash of white and you're very intent,
Yeah.
I would imagine,
Okay.
on that part of the jungle. And then this dog just sort of pops into existence and begins rooting around in the bushes.
I'm gonna jump up again. It's a dog! It's a dog! It's so cute! Look at it!
As soon as she starts saying that, I'm going to use message to message Vivhik and just say, we need to let her be. She's tripping balls right now.
You tattletale!
Nope, you don't know that. I messaged that.
No, that's Roxy calling you a tattletale.
So I see. So I have. Do I see the illusion now? Obviously, like she pointed it out.
Yeah. Now that she's drawing your attention to it, yeah.
You will see me glare at you, and so hard that you'll see like my eyes light up white a little bit,
Oh.
like this death stare. Like, what the fuck did you do? I'm not gonna say anything. I guess I can message back, but I'm just like, I'm not saying anything, but you know that I am pissed. Yeah, yeah, and I'm just gonna walk over to because I'm done. I'm done. Like, this is what we're doing right now. Really, like we almost got killed. We're messing around with mushrooms. Like, all right, I'm just gonna come over here to this rock and I'll sit down and assume the usual like resting position and just I'm done. I'm clocked out. Like, you guys do whatever.
All right.
I'm gonna get up and walk over to the log. Maybe.
As soon as I see her start walking towards the log, I'm going to cast the minor illusion right in front of her.
Oh, hey! Oh my god, it's right here! Hi, cute puppy! I get down and start petting it.
Your hand goes through it as you go to pet this dog.
Oh, I'm gonna be like looking at both sides of my hand, and then I put it through the dog again.
I'm gonna mumble underneath my breath, and I'm like, now she likes puppies.
I was wondering if you would notice that.
Then I'm going to change the minor illusion to just like flashes of color in the ground.
Oh, snap. I'm getting a rave here.
The dog kind of melts into like it glows, and that glow sort of melts it down and fades it into the grass, the soft mossy grass underneath you, and then pulses of different colored light start coming out of the grass. And then, Lady Rosalyn, for you, that small area balloons out until the entire jungle now is just a light with this sort of swirling, pulsing luminescence of different colors of, blue flowers are flashing with blue light, and it's very Pandora at night sort of thing going on for you specifically right now. And you, as you're looking around and sort of marveling at that, there is a white tiger with pink stripes sitting right there. Just sort of licking a paw.
Oh, across the way?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And it is familiar to you. You recognize her.
I'm gonna cry out with glee. It's you!
When you do that, I turn around and I'm like, shh, shh, quiet. We do not want to bring all of the big creatures down on us. Let's remember the small voice, small creatures. We are small. Calm.
Your
Stop
beard is nice.
Don't touch me.
I like the feathers.
Or scream all you want.
I'm going. Is it still across the way?
After you have your little interaction with Straw Bill and you turn around to look back, it is gone. I'm going to need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, Lady Rosalyn.
Okay.
When you turn back and see that it is gone, all of you, your sort of inner ear finally has had enough, and your sort of perspective on just a level place to stand tilts, and you throw up all over yourself.
Oh God.
And then pass out.
So gross. Nobody held my hair back. What kind of friends are you?
My arms aren't that long from where I'm standing.
What are the rest of you doing now that she is face down in a pool of her own vomit in the grass?
I am going to walk over to Vivhik and talk to him and be like, she stole one of those from me.
Liar, liar,
I'm
pants
just gonna
on fire.
roll my eyes at him. Like, really?
I mean, look at my beard. They're all over the place.
You're telling me that she was able to snatch those out of your beard without you knowing?
No, I definitely gave her one. Totally worth it.
Well, that's your mess. Why don't you go clean it up?
Yeah, fair enough.
What do you want, Boo?
I kind of waddle my way over to her and just kind of turn her onto her side so if she pukes again, it's not all over her, and kind of mop up all the puke and stuff.
Aw, that's nice of Bigley.
Are you going to elect to take a longer rest and wait for daybreak, or are you going to try and rouse Lady Rosalyn and proceed on through the jungle?
Oh no.
Oh no, there's no way.
That's
No.
no. That's a full rest.
So we'll say that you make camp again, and
You're
you take
welcome.
watches. You're all going to take another much needed long rest.
And
Um,
during this rest, I'm going to use my. Can I use a herbalism kit to create a potion of healing from the plants around?
make me a nature check.
Interesting. Is that a thing?
It says doing so requires a healing kit and 25 GP of raw material over the course of 1 day.
Yeah.
Do you have proficiency with the medicine with the herbalist kit? I assume so.
I do.
Okay. So your knowledge of herbalism, you find some interesting plants. But
Oh, I'm supposed to make that with advantage.
At the moment, you're welcome to if you want to see if you can get
Okay.
higher, but I'm going to be honest,
Yeah,
it's not
no.
going to change much. Okay.
Gotcha.
So you're able to find some interesting plants that you know are, or you're fairly confident are a species that is used in certain concoctions and things like that. But most of what you find would be for use in poison, and you don't have enough components from any of those to make a
Put
workable
something together.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this would be great to add. If I had this and this and this plus that plant, I could do this. And you find a few different examples of that, but you don't have enough.
Nothing can come together to make anything.
No, not at the moment, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah. Is there anything else anyone would like to do on this second long rest?
I would like to. You know what? I'm going to just work on my guns.
Okay.
I'm going to set up my lamp, bring out a piece of oilcloth, and clean and just focus on them. And so what I'm going to start to try to do, I know that the ring itself, the rings themselves are anti-magic, but what I'd like to do is really start to focus on maintaining the gears and the triggers and the things of that nature.
Sure.
And I'd like to try to see if I could start to focus or become inclined to imbue the firing mechanisms with some sort of magic.
Oh, interesting.
Whether or not that would be like figuring out if there would be runes that I could inscribe them with, or if maybe like I could like create some sort of like gemstone that maybe I could like put a spell into and then adhere onto it someplace. But yeah, I'm definitely looking at just getting these a little more accurate would be a good way.
Okay. That was my next question, is what manner of magic?
Yes, accuracy, because they hit just fine. It's they gotta hit.
Real quick, what have you, with your warlock class, have you been able to take a pact yet?
The pact is the great old one.
No. I apologize. Maybe I'm not wording it correctly. Like the pact of the blade, pact of the tome, or the chain.
Oh no, not yet. I don't
Not
get
yet.
that yet because I don't have the warlock class levels to do that yet.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
That'll be what am I? Oh, that's not for another 2 levels yet.
Okay.
It's 5th level.
And then can I also during the night, or while we're kind of resting and stuff,
Mhm.
I'm going to dive into one of the holes.
Oh,
Do we see him do that? I mean, I guess I would because I'm not paying attention.
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself and then dive into one of the holes.
okay.
Do I see him cast invisibility on himself?
What does it look like when you cast invisibility on yourself?
My whole beard is gonna kind of envelop me, and then just slowly it's gonna kind of shimmer until there's nothing left.
I do really like that.
I'm gonna start calling you the Beardo Weirdo.
That's a
You're
cool
gonna dive
beard.
Yeah, I don't believe anyone notices you. Vivhik is likely looking after Lady Rosalyn, who is unconscious. And Strawbill is tinkering with his guns. Yeah, I don't think anyone sees you do that. When you do,
Oh shit!
you drop down into a tunnel down here.
Am I still invisible?
Yeah, you're still invisible.
Okay.
I hope they eat your face. I hope they eat your face. I hope they eat your face.
Hey, I recognize this.
It's a little different, but yes, you
A little
should.
bit, yeah. I'm gonna just start kind of walking around.
Okay. At the
And-
moment, you don't see anything. There's, you can go ahead and make me a perception check.
Perception check. Okay. 17.
17. You see in the top corner above that large stone directly in front of you, sort of where those little brown flakes are, those leaves.
Mm-hmm.
There is a small cluster of these little round, almost like eggs, but they're broken open. There's probably about 5 of them sitting there, sort of almost like frog eggs. They're like a cross between a frog egg and a bird's egg. Like they're stuck with this sort of ooze.
I don't recognize them at all.
No, but whatever was in them is no longer in them.
Okay. I'm gonna keep heading in, kind of down this path.
Sure. You feel rumbling coming from up ahead of you as you're walking down there, but go ahead and make me another perception check. And you have dark vision?
Yes, 60 feet.
Okay. Because at the moment there is no
I was a little scared there for a second.
yeah, there is no light down here. You did not bring a torch.
Right. You said another perception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you can hear rumbling through the rock above you. You can hear and feel the river around you.
Okay. That's what the rumbling is?
Some
is
of
the
it.
river? Some of it. Is a 14 enough to see anything?
There's a lot more of those eggs on the ground, and most of them seem old, long hatched. But you do see over here there is a cluster of them and what looks like a pile of bones.
Okay. Can I see this like green glow happening?
No, that's not it. That's not in here.
Okay. I kind of go down over here. Do I see anything moving at all?
Nothing moving. No, no. A whole lot of other piles of those eggs. Your feet are kind of, you're invisible, but you're making a little bit of noise as you kind of step on some of these old broken eggs that are just littering the floor in here.
Do I see any more of the like tunnels?
Yeah, where that green glow is coming from, it does appear if there's a small tunnel opening there in the rock face, as though something kind of dug its way. All of the walls for this are sort of grooved as though something sort of excavated this whole thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna head down this way.
Okay. Again, a lot more of those rocks. There's another body and a like an old pile of desiccated and chewed upon bones. You can see like there's pitting in the bones, like the acid has been spilled on them.
So kind of the same pitting as on the armor.
Yep. And but there is a you can see like a faint leather, decaying leather strap wrapped around what used to be a rib cage.
A leather strap?
Mm-hmm.
Can I go investigate it?
Roll me an investigation.
16.
Mm-hmm. So you're sifting through it, and you find in this cluster of bones and material, there's the rest of that leather strap. There's a small satchel, and also in that pile of yuck and cluster of broken eggshells, there is also one egg that has not hatched.
Oh, well, I take that egg and I shove it up into my beard.
Okay.
Oh my god. You're gonna have spiders coming out of your beard. Oh god.
In the pouch, there is a collection of small sort of silver tubes with intricate engravings and things on them. Just look like charms almost.
Do I recognize them as anything?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Also just kind of open my beard up and shove it up in there.
Go ahead and make me another perception roll real quick as you're doing this.
10.
Okay. You do hear what sounds like digging coming from above you.
From above me?
Mm.
Until I stop hearing the digging, I'm gonna kind of back up this way.
It is actually getting much, much louder, and you can start to see that there's like bits of rock and things sort of being shaken loose. And then with a sort of unceremonious plop amidst a bunch of debris and dirt, one of the creatures you fought before, no smaller than the one you fought before, sort of breaks through the wall
Oh my god.
out here and is sort of rooting around.
Get out of there.
So is that a connected area to this cave?
It's like a ledge that is up higher on the wall.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my way back up to where that hole was.
Mhm.
And I can still see him, correct? Right there.
And it's walking around, and it's kind of, then it's like digging little trenches in the ground, and you see that it starts to kind of like deposit some more eggs in a little divot that it has dug out.
Okay. I actually need to get way closer for this. Okay, so I need to go down to like here-ish. How far away? Like, is the scale correct? If I ruler it, or would I be within 30 feet being here?
No, the scale's correct. You're about, because of the height, how
Gotcha.
high up that is doesn't really translate that well, but yeah, so you're about 60 feet away from it.
Okay. Can't do what I wanted to do then. I'm just gonna sit here and watch it for a second.
And it kind of walks around, and it leaps down here with a crash that everyone up above you do feel this sort of thump reverberate up through the ground beneath you. And then it walks around and it's kind of sniffing around, and it's, in a couple more spots it'll dig a little trench, and it's kind of laying, it'll lay some more eggs, and then make its way over here, and it's walking around.
As the thump that we hear kind of like brings me to be a little bit alert, and I look around and I see Roxy just sitting there, still kind of passed out, and I look at Bill and kind of look around like, Bill,
No Bigley.
where the fuck's Bigley?
It's your worst
I would
nightmare.
assume he's under some rock or plant, or I don't know. Maybe a giant bird came and took him away.
Did you feel that just now?
Yeah, I would assume. Can I do a nature check?
Yeah.
I'm going to surmise that there are more of these creatures.
Pretty safe
around.
assumption. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to state with some assurance that I'm pretty sure that there's more of those creatures below us. I don't know if they come out at day or night, but like, yeah, those things were huge. Well, to me, they were huge. Like, they're gonna move Earth.
Cool.
Oh yeah, no, I'm scared shitless. Yeah, this is not a great place to be. But I'm trying to just, and I'm like, you can tell that I'm like focusing on what I'm doing, trying to ignore everything else.
So
Yeah.
I am going to get just within 30 feet of it.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out my water skin.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Shape Water and have the water come out of the water skin and fly into its mouth.
Okay. Let's see. Just double check something real quick.
The only stipulation about a creature being around it is it says you can freeze the water provided there's no creature in it.
Right. Okay. All right. I'll allow it, but I want you to make me a sleight of hand roll, because this thing is moving around and digging around. You're going to try and manipulate this little water arrow that you've created to go into its mouth. That is
And
going to require some finesse on your part.
with that, I'm going to give myself Tides of Chaos. It gives me advantage on a D20 test. And I have to use a Wild Magic Surge before I can do it again.
Okay.
Okay.
So
17.
So you were able to get.
And if that's not enough, I can add more to it.
You're able to get a good amount of water into its mouth, but a lot of it does sort of splash on its face, and this thing starts sort of reacting, shaking its head, hissing, and go ahead and roll 4d8. Okay. And also roll initiative.
That's not good. But that should be a surprise round, right?
I'm going to call that your surprise round. What you just did. But you are in combat now. So it is going to turn around because when you do that, you do drop invisibility.
Correct.
Yeah. And it is going to charge at you. And it is going to bite you. Potentially. With a 13 hit.
I'm going to use my Bend Luck and
Okay.
use a sorcery point. I believe that's right. Yep. And I can negate 1d4 from that.
All right. So roll a d4.
4.
Oh, all right. Well, an 11 hit.
It will not.
All right. Your turn.
I am going to cast invisibility.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, you go invisible.
And I am going to make my way
Down south.
back to the exit.
You might not be able to get that far there, home slice.
Right. Now it is its turn, and it is going to begin sniffing the air. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Oh, wait. So when I did the invisibility, by the way, because of the Tides of Chaos, I have to do wild magic. So
Oh,
let me
yes,
do
you
that.
do. Okay. Well, we're going to ignore that stealth check for the moment.
Yeah.
That was a good roll, too.
Yeah, it
That
was.
a good one. Because it is sniffing around, looking for you.
I can take one extra action on this turn. Let's go!
Oh, snap!
That is some bullshit. But all right.
You
Fine.
are learning no lessons right now.
It really isn't. It really fucking isn't.
You're learning no fucking lesson. You're just.
I am going to cast Fly and fly back up out of the hole.
All right. All right. So yeah,
And you see me just like
he like
shoot
bursts
up
through
out
the
of
ground
that.
like these angelic fucking beard wings just propelling him as fast as possible into the air. And you all feel rumbling beneath you.
As I feel the rumble, and I'm assuming Bigley flies to the air.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's being chased.
We'll grab Eclipse and be like, "Oh shit, what'd you do this time?"
I look up from my guns and just say, "Let them eat him."
I'm going to cast Bless on. Let's see how close are. How? Okay, so I know this is where we are on the map, but like, how close are everyone? Would it be fair to say that everybody would be close enough for me to?
Yeah, I'd say you guys would have kept a pretty tight knit on your watch. You
Yeah,
wouldn't
within
go too
30 feet
far
of each
from each
other.
Where would
Yeah,
I have come out of the ground, Mike?
right about there.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so everybody except Bigley's blessed.
Yep.
And I'm still passed
And-
out, right?
Yep. And bursting out of the ground behind Bigley, hot on his heels, is yet another one of these creatures. I am going to need everybody to once again roll initiative, please. Okay. So, Strawbill, you are up.
Yeah, as soon as I see this thing pop up, I will holster my guns. I will move a little bit closer and then try to attack with a filled up water bottle.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and make me. Yep, that'll hit.
22.
That will definitely hit.
And it's 4. Boink. 21.
So you spray this thing, and you can see it's already damaged.
Mm-hmm.
You spray this thing and hose it down, and there's again steam coming off it. You can see that sort of large bony shovel-like plate that it has on its head is pitted in certain places, and that when you hit it, it like cracks in one. Yeah, it is already looking worse for wear. Lady Rosalyn is unconscious. Go ahead and make me a Constitution check. See if
Check
all
or
of this
saving
commotion
throw, or does it
Check.
matter?
check,
Oh.
just to see if this is enough to like rouse you. Yeah. So you begin to come to in a sort of a what the fuck moment. Very groggy, very disoriented. So you are awake and you can be active in combat, but it's going to start on your next turn.
Okay.
Bigley, you are up.
I'm going to take a full 5 cubic feet of water and shove it down its throat.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check.
No, this is from the river around us.
I know.
Okay.
You're still using shape water, right?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So same thing. Make me a sleight of hand check.
I will give myself advantage on that.
Oh goodness.
You're because you're flying and you're freaking out. Is shape water concentration?
Is it?
I believe it is.
It is not.
It's not. Okay.
It is not.
Lucky. You are very lucky.
I'll look it up right now.
So yeah, you're flying up. And you sort of, reach your hand out and begin to pull some water out of the river to throw at this thing, and you just you get your aim just a little wrong, and you just splash Lady Rosalyn actually, which helps her sober up a little bit more. But you do not hit the now she's soaking wet. Next will be
As that happened, I'm gonna say, "Welcome back, princess."
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
It is looking up at you, Bigley. Its eyes are trained on you. And it
I would
is
have flown a
going
little
to-
bit higher also to stay out of its range.
You're gonna try to. It is going to open its mouth and spew out straight up into the air. It's gonna belch this thick, noxious cloud. Go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw to see if you can dodge this, because it is a 60-foot line
Who?
coming at you.
Me?
Hi, Bigley.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Just Bigley.
Oh,
what is?
God.
Can I know the DC?
18.
No. Okay.
Yeah. So you are going to take 59 points of necrotic damage as this thing bursts through the ground, mouth open. You're flying at it, throwing water at it. Straw Bill's hitting it with water, and it just belches this cloud up at you that sort of follows you up into the air and then overtakes you.
Then I am dead. Like,
And-
actually dead. I'm pretty sure. No, not
No,
yet.
it's not. You're not.
That was
you're not.
almost.
You're
Oh,
down
yeah,
to
that's
0.
very close.
You're down to 0. And because you're flying up when this happens, and you go unconscious.
Oh, wait,
your
the
spell
falling
ends.
damage.
You guys see him sort of exit this cloud, and he's, there's like tufts of beard hair falling off of him.
Can I
And in
react
this little
and cast Featherfall on him?
Comet. Can you cast Featherfall as a reaction? It is a reaction, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, 1 reaction.
Yes, you may.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Featherfall on him.
Okay. And he, what does it look like when you cast Featherfall?
I'm gonna throw just like in straight emergency feeling, because I like just woke up and everything is really loud around me, and I see Bigley falling, and I'm just gonna throw both my arms out and just kind of yell at, like, wait, and you'll see just kind of this pink waves, little feathers go right towards him and just disappear into him and make like a little cloud below him of pink feathers.
Oh, nice. And it sort of gently guides him back down to the ground.
Right.
Okay.
Drop him about 5 feet above the ground.
So I'm going to say, Bigley, you land over here. After just that arc of your fall. Your
I'm
slow
shocked you
descent.
didn't make me land into its mouth.
Well,
no,
I would never do
physics
such a
is still a
thing.
thing.
I wouldn't let you fall in its mouth.
Vivhik, it is your turn.
I'm gonna take a kind of running start and just leap up in the air and come down with Eclipse as hard as I can. And attack him.
Go ahead and
That
that will definitely
may-
hit.
That may have hit.
Yep. Okay. And then roll your yep. And I believe you have one more.
Yep, and I'll do it again.
That'll definitely okay. So yeah, it bellows this cloud of smoke out, this necrotic vapor out, and then as it sort of closes its mouth and drops back down to its feet and turns towards you, you're already in the air, coming down with your halberd, and you take Eclipse and just right where that crack is that Straw Bill opened up, bury Eclipse in its head and drive its head into the ground. And there's a spray of dirt and debris, and there's a little indentation and a little crater as you pin this thing to the ground and sort of give it a little twist with Eclipse and pull it back out. And it is dead.
So as we kill that one, do we hear any other rumblings or anything in the ground?
Make me a perception check.
Well, that was a nice way to wake up.
You don't notice anything.
Yeah. So that could have been a lot worse. But stay on your guard. We don't know how many are still around. Somebody want to go grab Bigley?
Only to throw him in the water and drown him.
I'll get him.
I'll sit back down and I've made kind of like a little like area where I'm working on my guns and stuff and using kind of the root system to reflect the light back onto so it brightens up the area a little bit more.
Okay.
Are you okay?
A little shaken up there, but I'm all right.
That's the first time I've used that spell before. I'm glad it
Oh,
worked out.
I'm glad you had it.
Me too. Was it soft and comfy landing?
I think I passed out before I hit the ground, but
Oh.
I'm gonna yell over. I'm gonna be like, you shouldn't even had to have used it.
I got new things. Thank you very much.
Like what?
I'm sorry.
I
Was it a bright shiny light at the end of a tunnel?
Actually, yes, there was one. Thank you. And I got these little silver rings, and I kind of reach up into my beard, pull them out.
Ooh,
kinda
what do
hold 'em
those
out in my hand.
do?
I have no clue.
They're sort of barrel shaped, and they're maybe about 1.5 to 2 inches long. They're not a ring that would go on your finger.
Can I do like a investigation check or like
Yeah, you can look
Arcana with something?
At the same time I pull those out, I'm also going to pull my greater healing potion out and swig on that. That's what, 44?
Yes, 44
plus 4.
You want me to do and
Well, before you do that, I'm gonna say stop, and I'll come over there and I'll cast a spell to heal you. So don't waste that now.
Oh, thanks, big guy.
so begrudgingly.
Next time, let me lay hands on him.
I'll cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Well, there you go.
You'll hear 16.
Okay. And then, I guess, actually, yeah, what I'll do... No, I can't do that. Never mind. Yeah, I'm still going to drink that, because... Unless we're going to regret soon, because I'm under half still.
Well,
We just had 2 rests.
We were. We were.
Sure.
We've had one rest, but what about second rest?
Oh,
11sies?
Somebody clip that.
So then, do you want me to use that 11 roll from earlier for that?
If you're gonna drink the potion, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So that's going to be another 15. That gets me almost full.
All right. What now that Piggly is?
So I'm gonna look at those beard or not the
You
rings
also,
a
by the
little
way, Bigley.
I'm
now
sorry.
have 2
Before
points of exhaustion.
Okay.
So, disadvantage on skill checks, and also your movement speed is now half.
I'm gonna say
You
before he
need
like
2 full
goes
days
in-
of rest to get rid of those.
before he gets into being infatuated with his new toys or whatever, I'm gonna look at them both and say, listen, we're not on a fucking picnic here. This is not a vacation. We all almost died not even 12 hours ago. We need to be smart.
That's why I was invisible for most of the time.
And look where it got you. We do things here as a team.
Oh,
I'm alive.
Vivhik, don't get into that argument with him. He's literally just gonna run circles around you.
Well, it's not only for him. And I'll look at Lady Rosalyn as well.
I'm just kind of
There's
looking
more. There's more
down.
at stake here than our lives. And I'll just turn around and walk back.
Do the rings have any like ornamentation on them at all?
They do. They're sort of etched and carved in some intricate markings. There are 4 of these rings. Oh, the dice be a cruel mistress. But one of them, the markings on it seem to be depicting like mountains. Another one depicts waves. One depicts fire. And then the 4th one doesn't really is instead of having intricate markings on it, it is sort of the ends of it are this shiny, almost silver-like metallic, and then the center of it, in between those two ends, is this very smooth, very shiny, sort of onyx, like precious gemstone kind of color.
I'm gonna take them and kind of braid them up into my beard for like ornamentation. Kind of have them swinging around like ornaments.
They look nice.
Cool.
You look fly, dude. All right. What are you guys
And then
doing
I'm
now?
gonna like tug on Lady Rosalyn also, and kind of pull her over to the side and reach up into my beard, kind of show her the egg, and then just put it back up in there.
Ooh. I'll not say anything, but I'll just make a face of like, ooh.
And that is that egg that you have is the same egg that the other creature was laying down.
Yeah, I figured.
I figured. Yeah.
As I'm like over to the side, I'm like can't rest. So you just see me
you're
kind of like
fuming.
practicing like
Mhm.
like fighting moves with the clubs. So just like practicing different slashes and stuff, and just to cool myself down.
Straw Bill, make me a perception check, please.
I notice it's dark.
Very dark, but
Very, very dark.
you do see over in this area, right here in these bushes, there's are 2 sort of faint pinpricks of faintly glowing green light emanating from these bushes. But you can't make out much more than that.
Can I roll a nature check to see if I would notice if it was animal eyes or if it's something more foreign than that?
Yeah, go ahead. Make me a nature check.
And does it seem to be glowing green or is it reflecting green?
They appear to be luminous. They're giving off light.
Okay. 20.
They are about man height. They are about 6 foot high off the ground. They are spaced apart like the eyes of a person would be. In looking at them, you get the impression that whatever this is could be a person, and whatever it is definitely watching you.
I can't sign to anybody because I don't have Scar with me any. God damn it.
Would I see him like looking and
that's-
staring at something?
That is not entirely true, Bill, because earlier sessions ago, you were teaching, I believe, Vivhik some of that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So what I can do is I'll like tap like on the barrel of my gun with one of my rings to like kind of get his attention to see if Vivhik will look over.
Sure.
And then I'll sign man or man kind of like question, and then point him in the direction. I'll kind of like have
Yeah, I feel
moved
like
my
that's kind of a
shoulders.
general kind of combat, like,
Yeah.
common knowledge hand signal, like somebody's watching us.
Yeah. With between your military training and the little bit of education that Straw Bill has given you, you both, Bill being a pirate, Vivhik being a soldier, like there are forms of communication that are sort of universal between those two worlds.
Right.
And so I think you're able to sort of, it's a little bit like Spanglish. Like he maybe doesn't understand exactly what you're saying, but he gets the meaning pretty clearly.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
So.
So I'll give him the head nod, like I acknowledge, I see what you see. Yeah, kind of acknowledge that. Then I see that, and I kind of look over to Roz and Bigley and kind of see what they're doing, and then look back at Strawbill, and I'm going to convey a sense of like, what do you think we should do? Like,
I'll point to myself and I'll point to this bridge over here. I'll point to this bridge here. That thing. And then I'll come over to talk to you, and then I'll attempt to hide when I'm over here, and then make my way across the short bridge onto the other side.
Thank you.
a little bit of a jump scare there. I'm not gonna lie.
Go ahead and make me an athletic.
Make an athletics.
Oh, we
is this the,
we might have lost him on the internet right after he gifted.
yeah. I thought he said 11:30. I guess it's 12:30.
Right.
Oh, it's 12:50.
He went out with a act of compassion.
Right.
It's good. He will be well remembered, Michael the Angel.
You should come back, I'm sure.
He's probably like, "What are you guys? What's going on? What are you guys doing? Am I muted again?"
No, he is. So
No.
we can pretend he is.
So advantage on the next rolls for the next 30 minutes.
That's what I heard. I heard that.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, I heard that 100%.
It's like we had to rest while he was AFK, so you're a little bit exhausted.
Bigley's fine.
Yeah, we took 3 days of rest while he was gone.
I didn't realize I'd never been exhausted. I didn't realize how crazy of a condition that is.
Oh,
Well,
there he
he's
goes.
He's using different rules than what it actually is.
Hello.
Still.
Oh, there
Yeah,
he is.
still.
I'm waiting for my computer to turn back on. I apologize.
You're fine.
Yeah, I lost power. They're doing some work outside right now, and yeah, we dodged the bullet for a lot
It
longer than I thought
happened.
we were
Yeah,
going to,
it happened later than we thought.
Yeah. But I will kind of lost my train of thought there.
So advantage for the next 30 minutes on all of our rolls.
Everybody heard this. We heard this.
I don't remember that.
We have it.
I mean, check the tapes.
let's play that back a little bit.
I'm pretty sure this is a
Just for a
4-to-1
hot
advantage
second.
here. So,
Yeah, you know I can make more of those monsters appear at any time, right?
Damn.
And
well,
worse
you
thing.
could, and then oddly, all of our internet would go out. At the same time.
oh, I don't know how that happened.
It's so weird.
I'm just waiting for that egg to hatch in the beard and it comes out like
Oh,
an alien.
God.
Or
Oh, my
whatever.
God.
It's like,
Burrows up through his
Starts
chin.
punching out of it.
I'm hoping it's gonna be cute. I'm really, really banking on not gross.
No, see, I speak with animals, so I'm hoping that I can train it to be ours.
Oh my gosh, that'll be great! Be a little
Yeah,
baby at first.
You might want to
It will-
find a druid or
it will
ranger
know me as
before you
father.
start doing that. Just so you know, Kyle.
Bigley's got it.
You might want to take a level or 2 in ranger or druid, so you can have animal companionship. Not
That might not be a bad idea.
might not be a bad.
I always miss being a druid when I'm not a druid.
Oh, Bigley could totally be a druid.
That would
yeah,
be
I'm
pretty
actually surprised that he wasn't
on
one.
point,
To be
yeah.
honest, yeah.
You could be like
Yeah.
Circle of the Spores
Circle of
druid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then become an alchemist, and then make super
Oh.
crazy potions.
That would be so cool. Yes.
Well, now we know what Bigley's going to be up to.
Right. 8 months later.
Yeah, it's just we hope it doesn't hatch prematurely. That's when it's bad.
I mean, it's
Oh,
been down there
yeah.
for a while.
We don't know how long it's been down there. It could have been cold. And now
It
it's
could be a
all
dead egg.
warm.
Right.
Could be a dead egg, yeah, that's true.
It was one egg in a cluster of a
Egg
bunch of
clutch.
ones that have been hatched already. So it could very well be a dead egg.
We'll see.
Or
Sorry,
we
That
have a
doesn't sound
pet.
like it'll be a dead egg.
computer's back up, but my Discord on my computer is not. So I'm going to be cameraless. So, refresh my memory. What was happening right before I got totally derailed?
I was attempting to hide and then stealth across the bridge.
Ah, yes. Okay. Go ahead and first of all, I'm going to need a stealth check.
Okay. Stealth. I don't know. 13.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Would Bless still be in effect?
I don't think so. I mean, that's
What's it
now
last
been
for? It
out
lasts for a minute?
hours.
Oh no, it is only up to a minute. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, so no.
Yeah. Yep.
Go
I
ahead
thought
and
it was
make
10
me
minutes. My
an
bad.
athletics or acrobatics check. Your choice.
Okay.
To cross this bridge.
16.
Yeah, that's fine. You're able to quietly, reasonably quietly, you think, cross the bridge and make it to the other side.
Okay.
And those pinpricks of green light that you noticed
Mm-hmm.
are staring right at you. They haven't moved,
Oh.
but they are staring right at you.
Okay. Well, I am not going to give away that I know that that he or she can see me, so I'm gonna pretend.
Okay.
So can I do performance or deception?
They're
They're both the same for me.
the same for you? Okay. So I will let you choose since it's the same modifier. However you want to flavor that.
Okay. I am going to attempt to deceive whoever it is in front of me. So I'm
Okay.
going to 30. Hold on, let me see where that's gonna get me. 30 is right about there. Okay. There we go. It's gonna be right there, and then and that is attempt to deceive. Poorly done. And then I have no idea how bad I did that.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Another 30. Would you like me to keep rolling until I get over there?
No, you're close enough now where you can see standing in the jungle is a tall humanoid figure.
Ah!
Seemingly made out of wood, with a long red scarf draped around its neck.
Groot.
Hey,
And it is standing there very silently, very stoically, staring at you.
This is a weird thing I'm gonna say. Iteration?
And it cocks its head and then turns its back on you and darts off into the jungle. And that is where we will end our session tonight.
Oh, snap. Dang.
All right.
Sorry about
Interesting.
the mushroom trip, guys.
Oh no, that's
It
fine.
seemed like the
We-
appropriate time. And I had a tired day of fighting. I wanted something fun.
You know, what's a little psilocybin between friends after a hard day of battle, right?
Right. That's how we get over these
as-
things.
As someone who's gone to combat situations, that's not really how that works. But you do you. That's cool, man.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
cool.
generally dealing with trauma, snapping your brain in half afterwards is probably a bad idea. But who am I?
We each take our
I'm
own
like
journey.
19 years
Right.
old. I believe I'm going to live forever at this point in time.
Well, keep hanging out with Bigley. You're gonna prove that wrong.
Well, you guys, it was a good session. I'm going to, you keep chatting it up. I'm going to get us over to another
Fine,
channel.
All right. Yeah, I want to. I hope you all can still hear me reasonably
Yeah.
well now that everything
yeah.
is my system is all screwy. But I do want to thank everybody for being in chat. It was real active tonight. That made me very, very happy. Great game. So please, if you like what you saw, follow us on Discord. Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, all those fun places. Yeah, and we'll see you. I think Sunday again, right? Was Power and Prophecy.
Power and Prophecy on Sunday.
Yep, Tuesday is the Hunger, and then next Thursday we'll be back for episode 10 of Everlorn.
Wow, it's gonna be
And
10 episodes already.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
10 episodes, guys. Can you
Wow.
believe it? I feel like we have to celebrate somehow, but I'm just not sure what to do that we've made it to 10 episodes. That feels like a milestone. You know how rare it is to get any D&D group together 10 weeks in a row?
I'm saying we all take mushrooms. I'm just saying it's the medically proper. Like, and then we try to make it through the 10 episode. If we don't, that's just a sign.
Oh.
Absolutely.
We'll have to check with standards and practices on that one.
Yeah, I can already hear the denied.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got us going over to Havoc for a raid. We'll see you guys
right.
next week.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
See you guys next week.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was
dice are cast, legends forged in echoes past. Steel and spell, the fates entwine, bound by